All right, the MLS season has started as Inter Miami has drew against New York City FC, and albeit a wild game and a wild um, and a wild result. I thought we would have that one in the L column. I really thought because the way how we played since the 23rd minute, especially with what happened with Aviles, it's been downhill. And most of us knew it. Us specifically OGs knew it. We all knew this might be the case. If you watch this team since 5 years, man, 5 years. I didn't realize how long they've been in the league for. But for 5 years, each time they get a red card, they blow a lead, even if they're one nil up. It always seemed to be the case, and even in Messi era, it still remains a problem when if you're a man down. And not all the time though. This one, I'm very relieved to get a point. I'll say that right now. I can tell you this. I'm relieved we got a point because this was a bad performance from much around with the Miami team, exception of the first few minutes of the game. So Usteri making his regular season start. Counters still have yet to get back on the field, which we all knew this. But Matthew Freeze is their goalkeeper. In this game, a lot of stoppage, a lot of stoppage time, a lot of whistles, and maybe some controversy within the officiating, to say the least. But the first 5 minutes, it's been fouls, and it's corner kick for Inter Miami, which led to a goal assisted by Messi at the corner. Is Thomas Aviles opens up the regular season for Inter Miami with the score sheet with 1-0, which was a good goal. Aviles gets things going for Inter Miami. 1-0 to start off. Nice. Really nice goal. Corner kick a little bit after that, though. Corner kick for New York City. That was cleared away. And already we had some problems. See, Fafa Pico had himself a pretty good preseason, right? The the Americas tour, and pretty good game against Kansas City in Kansas. Um, he how fast he is and all that. Well, we have some bad news, and I hope for the best for Fafa. He got hurt. It's a non-contact injury. It doesn't look like a knee problem, but it looks more like a hamstring problem. He was grabbing the back of his leg, and he knew it too. He needed assistance. You just hope for the best for Fafa, and it had to be an early substitution. Robert Taylor has to come in for Fafa because of that. So I'm hoping for the best for Fafa, and I hope it's nothing serious because we absolutely would love to have him around. He's been wonderful. So a couple minutes later, attempted block. Messi gets blocked there. It was a pretty nice block there. Corner kick for it to Miami. That was cleared away. Offside for NYC. Robert Taylor gets blocked in the 14th minute. Um, Luis Suarez in the 22nd minute missed it high and wide to the right. I mean that's just the one. That's just the one play you have to make it in. That just sailed on high. There was a cross pass from Kamashi too, and then the 23rd minute disaster really struck in for Inter Miami as uh, as NYC was going in for the attack. Within the 18 yards of the box, it looked like the foul happened in the box, but the referee somehow said it was outside the box, which really wasn't that true. But regardless of that, this turned out to be a denial score opportunity, and it's a straight red to a player that scored earlier, Thomas Aviles. Tomas Aviles is now sent off, ejected. Ejection card immediately. No yellows, a straight red for denial score opportunity, and that caused some out. That caused some havoc, some rage from Inter Miami players, including Jordi Alba, who gets a yellow card for talking to the officiating, the officials of how bad of a call that was. And I get the ruling where it's not even the. I don't know if it was. It's such a weird spot, but it's also the weird play too. But he gets sent off, and Inter Miami had to play the rest of the game down 10 men. Alba gets booked with the a yellow card as well, and of course after that, New York scores off the free kick, a set piece. It was a clever play from Maxi Morales to Lanik to get one into the back of net past Ustari to the left. It's not a direct shot. It's a freeze pass to the right to Olenek, and he gets one in, ties it up for New York City, 1-1. After that, another substitution for Inter Miami early on. Ian Frey comes in, replaces David Ruiz. Then in New York City, they start to play good football. Maxi Morales with the shot attempt that was saved by Ustari. Corner kick for New York, and that was saved there from Ustari from a shot from Justin Hawk. A lot of fouls have happened during this frame. Benjamin Karashi gets called for a yellow card. He didn't like that one. There were some frustrations. From Luis Suarez. I mean, Suarez was barking at New York City players during those times, during the fouls there. I mean, especially when he was face to face against Maxi Morales. I mean, he was nose to nose. It looked like there was going to be like a fight that's going to happen, right? That's a typical Miami New York rivalry with all the sports. All the sports. Those two cities hate each other with a burning passion, man. And in recent years, Miami's getting the last laugh. Regarding the Heats beating the Knicks in the playoffs, the Panthers beating the Rangers in the playoffs. Just to name more within recent memory that kind of sparked an outrage, unrelated to what I'm talking about. But my point here, the rivalry lives on for both cities, no matter which sport you're playing with. Anyway, Kermashi with the 41st minute gets shown a yellow. There would be 8 minutes of stoppage in the first half, as there would be a yellow card for Tanashchevic. If I said it right, please tell me. He gets shown a yellow card for a bad foul, which is a clear and obvious red. Not yet at least. Gets a clean yellow. Then another foul from the same player. This is where I get upset. Same thing. It's a late foul. It's a absolutely late foul to Suarez, and the outrage I was talking about. This is where it happened, where Suarez gets pissed. He gets really upset the fact that one, it was a late foul, and number two, why the hell is that not a second yellow? That is a clear as day second yellow card to Tanashchevic. I swear to you, that is a yellow card. Why isn't that a yellow? That's a yellow card. And if that would be a yellow card, he would have been sent off. That would have been a red card, but it would have been 10 versus 10. It's just so ridiculous that the referees let it go. They let it go. So anyway, 45th plus 5 into the stoppage. Robert Taylor tries to shoot one into the center of the box, but that was saved by Freeze. Again, foul from Morales to Luis Suarez. This is where he went face to face. He was complaining. So a corner kick soon after for Inter Miami that went nowhere. That shot attempt was blocked by Ian Frey, and thank goodness Ian Frey is okay. Remember the injury that he suffered during playoffs, or at least late in the season. I'm glad he's doing okay, and it was nothing serious. Anyway, Alba gets blocked, and that would end the first half. There was some frustrations from the Inter Miami players, and I can understand why, because the officiating was not that good. It's really not that good. Anyway, 2 substitutions start off the half. Inter Miami, Federico Redondo comes in for Weingast. We found out that Weingast actually got hurt during the first half. I'm not sure what happened with Weingart. Hopefully, it's nothing serious. For New York, Jonathan Shore comes in for Tanashevich. Of course they would, because he almost gets sent off. So clever idea. 48th minute, Shore with the shot 10 misses too high up. There would be a small delay in the 49th minute. Nothing crazy happened there. Shot attempt was blocked by Wolf was blocked, and then this is solely on Jordi Alba. A back pass, a little bit of back pass to Alonso Martinez, and he would bury it to the center of the box left corner, and he takes the lead for New York City from a horrible back pass from Jordi Alba. That was all on Jordi Alba, all on him. And New York takes the lead for the majority of the game. So after that, Miami starts to show some urgency. They change formation to 4-4-1. At least I think it's 4-4-1. You know. A little bit after that, though. Corner kick to Miami. That went nowhere. Lionel Messi with the shot attempt, which was saved by Freeze. I don't know how that did not go in. Two more substitutions, which would be the last ones for Inter Miami. So Gavia, which turned out to be a good sub, he comes in for Suarez. And Lujan, thankfully, is okay. Gonzalo Lujan comes in and replaces Benjamin Kramashi. Talking about the players and how intense that it would be, you want to put some fresh legs behind the defensive side and also the playmaking side. You also want to keep some players ready for Tuesday, because that is a CONCACAF game. But Messi played the entire game plus stoppage. There would be a offside against New York. A couple of more substitutions for New York City. Nico Cavallo comes in for Kevin O'Toole, and Julian Fernandez comes in for Augustin Ojeda. Messi wins a free kick, and Messi nearly gets one into the bottom right corner. And the ball was still loose. As Frey somehow did not get one into the back of the net. As Freeze, good of a keeper as he was still able to keep that out of the line. But he gets hurt during that situation, and as he would get hurt for a little bit. He would come back, play through the whole game, thankfully. I think this is a fourth substitution for New York City. Andres Pereira comes in for Maxi Morales. Federico Redondo in the 84th minute now, as time looms and glooms. Missed it close to the right, and you have to put one into the back of the net. That was a strike from Redondo, and he just missed it wide to the right. Christ. Corner kick for Inter Miami, that went nowhere. Last substitution for New York City, Mounsef Bakrar comes in for Alonso Martinez, who has a go-ahead goal. Corner kick for Inter Miami, that didn't go, excuse me, no, that wasn't it. I already talked about that one. Offside for Inter Miami, Frey gets caught. Julian Fernandez missed it close to the left. Matt Freese gets a yellow card for time wasting, so that adds another minute in stoppage. By the way, this is 11 minutes of stoppage. 11 minutes of stoppage in the second half. And with Matt Freese time wasting, that makes it 12 minutes. In the 95th minute of stoppage, Sogavia just missed it he missed it to the right. Another corner kick later for Inter Miami that went nowhere. Robert Taylor gets blocked. Chances were coming in. And New York City, Mounsef Bakrar tries to get one into the back of the net, and they almost had it too. But you started with a marvelous save against Bakrar to keep the game within. It's in line with one more attack, and in the 100th minute of stoppage. I'll say 100th minute because it's 90 plus 10. 100th minute of stoppage. A brilliant. Messi within his age, He continues to ball like he's still in his prime, dude. With the beautiful through ball to Lasco Solgavia from the through ball, and he shot it to the bottom left corner, and he ties it up with 10 men. Solgavia ties the game at 100-minute stoppage. He did that. The whole place erupted, and I mean, that was just an amazing ball by Messi. More importantly, an amazing shot by Solgafia to tie it up for Inter Miami and ultimately draw the game 2-2 against New York City FC. There will be a delay. There'll be a delay for a little bit. I thought they were checking for offside, but it turns out they were checking because one of the players from New York City went to the side. They were looking. The referee said, "Go to the go to the side to for a concussion thing." It's kind of a new rule. It's kind of a rule here nowadays. And the game ends 105th minute of stoppage, and the game ends. Messi gets a yellow card after the game because he comes up to the referees and he pretty much told them, I don't know what he said, but he pretty much said, "You were terrible today. Your calls were horrible. Those were awful calls." I mean, he let them have it. I mean, those were horrible. I mean, let's face it, they were not that good. They were not that good in this game. And a lot of calls, and I mean, we didn't even go over this, but in the somewhere in the 80th minutes, somewhere in the 80th minutes, there was a situation where if the New York City player was tapped the ball with a hand while trying to slide, right? They were looking to see if there was a handball. They took a few minutes to look at it, and they said play on. I mean, you have to look at. Did they look at VAR? No, I don't think they even did look at VAR. Right? They were looking. They were talking to the VAR officials. They didn't. Ultimately, they didn't go. They didn't check it. They said play on. But either way, I'll take the point. I'll take the point here, the draw here against New York City. I mean, you got to figure out to beat New York City. I mean, we struggle. We keep drawing against New York City, man. I mean, this is the team that we struggle against for a long time. This is the team that we matched. Apparently, even with Messi, we matched up poorly against. But thankfully, we still able to get a point against New York City. But my God, if that red card didn't happen, we probably would have that. We probably have a different conversation. We probably would have talked about winning the game. But Aviles will be suspended for the next regular season game because the next game is a different competition. It is a CONCACAF game, and that's the game that I intend to go to. I intend to go to that game against Sporting Kansas City, and that's going to be our next game on Tuesday. All right, that's a CONCACAF game. Now, the statistics, 6 shots on goal for Inter Miami. 6. 5 shots on target for New York City, 14 shot attempts for Miami, 8 shot attempts for New York City, 8 fouls against Miami, 11 fouls against New York City, 3 yellow cards for Inter Miami, 2 yellow cards against New York City, 1 red card. That was the denial score opportunity against Aviles. New York City should have gotten that red card. They really should have got that red card. All right, they really should have. 7 corner kicks for Inter Miami, so they're getting some corner kicks in. Only 2 corner kicks for New York City. 3 saves from Usteri and 4 saves with Matthew Freeze. And I really wish the red card didn't happen. The referees were not that good. They really weren't. I mean, there were some justifiable calls, but there were some unjustifiable calls. And I feel like the denial score opportunity wasn't that justifiable. I mean, they were talking about a potential change of their minds. I don't know. I don't know. That was just bad all around. But thankfully, Inter Miami did settle with the point, as this wasn't really that good. This wasn't the start that we were expecting, really. But anyway, against New York City, I'll take it. But man, it could have been better. It really could have been better for Inter Miami. But a point is a point, I guess. So next game for Inter Miami is on Tuesday. I hope it stays on Tuesday. That's an 8 o'clock kickoff against Sporting Kansas City in Shea Stadium. And Inter Miami looks to advance to the round of 16, beating or leading the aggregation against Sporting Kansas City. Anyway, guys, there you go. That's good to do for this video. If you like this one, hit the like button, subscribe for content, because Miami TV guys is back. And what he does, he'll be right there with the for your team you deserve. This is Miami TV sign off, folks. Audio.